So this is my first time seeing a high country with the Midnight Edition package, and I can't wait to give you guys my impression on this truck. I'm here at Jerry Seiner. This truck is available for sale, and yeah, this is definitely done well. I hope I have a chance to show you guys this up against a Ram, because they have one of the best, but this might have changed my perspective. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see the options on this spec, and then I'll show you guys around this truck. Here are all the specs and colors at the very top, and be sure to pause for some of the standard equipment here. Now, base price for this truck is going to be $73,200, and that has not changed so far. And then here are all the options on this build, starting with the Duramax at the very top. Technology package right there, and the Midnight Edition is $1,690, and here's everything that's going to come in there. A few of the things are right there, and then here is the destination charge at $1,995 with a total price of $89,830. So the Midnight Edition is not that expensive on this truck. Now when you get a little bit closer, check out the black chrome that they did on the grill. I love the fact that they did not go with like a black paint. This looks so much more classier, and it really does break up that blackout on the front end, which is a good thing. Now with this blackout, you get the black chrome grille, you get this bow tie finished in black right here. They do paint this around. Down below here, this piece right here is also painted. Now they did not give you black tow hooks, which I would have loved to have seen, but hey, it still looks good because you have a little bit of contrast on the bow tie. You can see that forward facing camera right there, and you have the premium lighting with the fog lights. And the front end of this truck looks very menacing with those headlights too. Now let's walk over to the side for a second. I want to show you guys the suspension here. So you guys can see those Rancho shocks, which come a part of that Z71 package there. And then here's the other side. You can really see the Rancho shocks a little bit better. Independent front suspension, and here's some of the badging on the side. So they do give you a nice contrast with the chrome, with the badges, and the recovery hooks too. I'm not sure if you guys saw the parking sensors, but you also have your engine block heater. And then here are the wheels you're going to get with that black appearance, which is called the Midnight Edition package. You do have an option to get the BFGoodrich tires, which are the KO3s. These are going to be the Goodyear Wrangler Trail Runners, LT 275 6520. 3,750 pounds of capacity, 80 psi. And I think that the BFGoodrich tires look a lot better because they look a little bit more aggressive. But you have more blackout on the mirrors here, door handles, and then they make this trim piece black too. They also get rid of the chrome trim piece on the power deployable running boards, and the trim piece here is also blacked out as well. So they do a great job making this truck look menacing. This power deployable running board does have the perimeter lighting too. The only negative thing about the black appearance is you can only get it in a black painted truck. I hate that they did that. That's the only negative, because some people would prefer white, red, or any other color that they have available for the high country. You have your steps on the side of the bed, 36-gallon fuel tank, 7-gallon DEF. And here's a look at the suspension, 5 lease in the main pack, 2 overloads. You can see more of the Rancho shocks in the rear. And I do like that they give you the fabric material for the wheel wells. They do the same thing on the front end as well. Now some people would probably say they would prefer them to paint these. And I don't mind the plastic because it does give it some nice contrast too. And you guys can see the steps out back, parking sensors, class 5 receiving hitch down below. This one was optioned with that multi-flex tailgate, which I would skip 100%. Even though it's not that expensive, I like that you get the power function to put it back up again, but you lose that with this multi-flex. But you have your backup camera, here's a light, more blackout on the badges there. And then this basically comes into a step. They provide the grab handle here. This one does not have the 5th wheel prep package. You do still have the 400 watts of power, bed lights. And that's pretty much it on the exterior. They don't do anything to the tail lights. Now, these are actually a downgrade because they do have a full LED, and this one has a incandescent bulb for the reverse lights. Also incandescent license plate lights too. But overall, really nice design here. So one major advantage about the high country is you can still get the gas engine. When you get a high trim level from Ram, Ford, or even GMC, they do take away the gas engine option. So the Duramax was $9,500. If you skip this, you basically be around what, 80 grand. And the only thing I would really want on this truck is a 5th wheel prep package and clearance lights. That's the only thing that's missing right there. But this Duramax is the 6.6 liter in displacement. It has 470 horsepower, 975 pound-feet of torque. The 10-speed Allison's behind it. Also Denso fuel pump and injector. So this truck is pretty reliable too. And let's go ahead and check out the interior so we can see what is different there. The overall interior design in this truck is truly remarkable. I think that they've done such a great job with the high country for 2024. I can see a lot of people going this route if they don't want to spend $100,000 on a Ford Limited or a Ram 3500 Limited. And even the GMC with the Denali Ultimate, don't get me wrong, there are things that are available on those trucks that this truck is not available with, but this is truly a luxury truck. I mean, think of it like this. When you see the speaker grill here, this is done up really nicely, and you pretty much see the exact same thing in the Denali Ultimate. That's another 10 grand more. Also, you have this leather trim inside of this door card here. I love that they did that. It's perforated leather. It looks so nice. Ford nor Ram do that. And even the contrasting on the stitching, soft touch in a lot of spots on the door. You have some seat memories. You still have a manually operated telescoping steering wheel, but that's okay. Here's some of your buttons for four-wheel drive and driving modes, lighting, and you have electronic parking brake there. 10-way driver's seat, and look how easy it is to get inside of this truck. This trim piece here sits so low, which I love. And of course you have these power deployable running boards, grab handles right here. And when you close the door, it has a decent sound. Heads-up display, large screens for your gauge cluster, and your 13.4-inch display here for your infotainment. I think that when it comes down to layout, no one can touch Chevy. The way they lay out the buttons here, your climate control, I love that they still give you buttons for your seats, for your heated and ventilated seats. Your steering wheel heater is right there. And if you want to control your heads-up display, there are the buttons for it. You guys can probably see it right there. And that's what I was saying, like everything's just done well in this truck. Everything is just neat. The way they lay out the storage, even the center console, they give you this high country badge right there. You have perforated leather, stitching. It's just really, really nice. More USBs right there. You have a power plug, your wireless charger. You have a removable tray there. And this area is illuminated too, by the way. And here are the other two USBs. I don't know if I showed it to you yet. And when you go ahead and put the truck in reverse, let me just show this to you real quickly. You have the 360 camera view, right? So you can turn that off very easy. And that's the point about Chevy and GMC, is their trucks are really easy to learn. The buttons are laid out well. If you want to zoom into your conventional hitch, you have that option. You have multiple side visions here if you are backing into a parking lot. Also, you have a bed view camera. They have the clearest camera, by the way. I've seen Rams, I've seen Fords. They have the best clear camera I've seen. It almost looks like a 4K camera, almost. You can zoom into it. If you want the backup line too, by the way, all you have to do is just click it here. And it does give you that backup line. And see if you can zoom back in. Actually, it goes away when you zoom in though. But yeah, that's how you turn that on. You can turn it off if you like. Put it back in park. This screen here is, dual, so you can do split screen, and you can move things around inside of the screen too. And you can also take things away from here if you like. if you want to put things back over. This is the easiest truck to learn, and I think that most people will find this truck easy to live with as well. Exhaust brake, this is for your lane keep assist. It doesn't steer you, it's just an alert. Parking sensors can be disabled. You can drop the tailgate inside, but you can't put it back up. You have to go outside and put it back up yourself manually. Caution lights, traction control, and then downhill assist is right there. This part of Chevy is not my favorite. I wish they would allow there to be a gauge summary which shows you all the temperatures, the boost pressure for the turbocharger, the emissions for the DPF. There's just a lot of things missing, like even like the exhaust brake. If you want the exhaust brake, it's just, you know, single on and off. They don't have dual stage, and they don't show you when it's working. Like Ram and Ford do that, and I think GM needs to catch up. But you still have the drive mode, so you have off-road and then normal. Of course, you have your tow haul mode too, which is a drive mode as well. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. I didn't show you guys the floor mats, but check those out. Really nice setup there. 10-way passenger seat, and then check out the wood and the attention to detail on this truck, guys. Big wood trim piece here. And this wood too is porous, so you can kind of feel some of these like imperfections in the wood there. And let me just show this to you before I forget. If you want to use this truck for a bed camper, it's 3,065 pounds. That's not the payload. I'll show that to you guys in a second. Then here's a little bit of storage above. They don't illuminate this area, which I would like to see. And then there's a little bit of storage right there. And I did not show you guys up here too, so let me just show this to you really quickly. Home link, and this is how you control that sunroof. They do give you a black headliner, by the way, for the High Country, and this is the only trim that gives that to you. Grab handle on this side. Out back, pretty large second row. You have storage below the seat here. A little bit more storage in the seat backs. Armrest right there. Sliding glass. And hopefully you guys can see down below here, but you have outboard heated seats, 2 more USBs, air vents, cup holders, lastly, seat back pockets. Now here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating is going to be 5,600 pounds. The gross axle weight rating in the rear is 7,250 pounds with a 12,100 pound gross vehicle weight rating. And these wheels are 20 by 8.5, by the way. And then here is the payload. It's going to be 3,815 pounds. And then towing capacity for conventional, and then Gooseneck's down below there. So this is a pretty capable pickup truck. 3,800 pounds of payload is pretty dang good. But let me know you guys' thoughts. I know for 2025, they are going to be doing a different wheel design for this truck. So I'm interested to see if it's going to be the actual High Country wheel just blacked out. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some other nice updates for 2025 too.